Hello again, Melissa Peachy from CND, or Miss Nail Pro as many of you know me, here to make your life with liquid and powder so much easier. Mix ratio is not a myth. It's really the key to creating wearable, durable, bulletproof, well almost, long-lasting enhancements. Since I like to joke that my blood runneth retention, we're going to use Retention Plus Sculpting Liquid, the one and only CND number 10 sculpting brush, and Perfect Color powders. And with CND liquid and powder systems, the mix ratio is always medium wet. What does that mean? 1.5 parts liquid to 1 part powder. Now that sounds a little confusing, so I'd like to help simplify the process. On a side note, if you use Retention Plus powders with the blue lid, there's an entirely different way of working with these, but I'm saving them for my next video. Let me give you the mix ratio secret. It's all about the look and feel of the bead. We'll discuss the feel a little later on. For now, let's explore how you pick up a bead to know what it should look like. We are starting with Perfect Color powder in Intense Pink, which is a sheer powder. All of CND's Perfect Color sheer powders available in clear, natural, pure pink, blush pink, and intense pink should look like frosted glass. Practice this technique. Take out your brush. Now it was wiped dry by pressing into a table towel the last time you finished using it to drain excess liquid. Feel how it's lightweight. Now do your submarine dive. Fill it up with liquid and watch the bubbles. That's air trapped between the hairs. And now that it's full of liquid, feel the weight. Notice that difference? It's completely saturated and heavy. Begin with the hard press wipe several times on the side to remove air trapped within the hairs. Now your brush is what I call wetted out and ready for use. Notice it's gone from pointed to flat. Remember, we create our beads on only one side of the flags of the brush. So how do you know how much liquid to absorb into your brush to create a bead? Well, that depends on the size bead you need to make. Let's experiment. A few things to keep in mind. I'm going to be referencing hard press and soft press on the dappen dish. Hard press looks like this. A soft press looks like that. I'm also going to be referencing a hard wipe, looks like this, and a soft wipe looks like this. To create smaller beads, use less liquid and less powder. To create larger beads, use more liquid and more powder. Take your wetted out brush and dip it into the liquid. Try 3 hard presses on the belly of the brush, on the side of your dappen dish, to flatten the brush. Feel that weight? More pressure on the brush means smaller beads. Now press into the Perfect Color Intense Pink powder for 3 seconds. See the size bead? It's small to medium size, and within 3 seconds of holding it up, facing you, all powder is absorbed and it should look like frosted glass. Soft wipe your brush just to clean it. Let's try larger size beads. Dip your brush into the liquid slightly longer, allowing more liquid into the belly of the brush. Now try these 3 soft presses on the flags of your brush on the side of your dappen dish to flatten it. You feel that weight. It's a bit heavier. More liquid in the brush is going to mean a larger bead. Now press into the Perfect Color Intense Pink powder for 3 seconds. See the size bead? It's medium to large, and within 3 seconds holding it up facing you, all the powder is absorbed and it should look like frosted glass. Now let's say you pull the bead out after 3 seconds and it's instantly shiny. Looks really wet. You can dip back into the powder Hold it up facing you for about 3 seconds to be sure it looks like frosted glass. If you pull the bead out and it looks too dry, see that excess powder, it's not usable and you should kill the bead. Wipe it on a table towel, do a little soft press on the table towel just to clean your brush, and try again. Within 3 seconds, all powder is absorbed and you want to see that frosted glass effect. I'm going to do the same procedures with Perfect Color Opaque powder, available in warm, cool, soft white, and pure white, but the look that we want is orange peel. Let's use Perfect Color powder in pure white opaque. Dip your brush into the liquid slightly longer, allowing more liquid into the belly of the brush. Now try 3 soft presses on the flags of your brush, on the side of your dapping brush, to flatten the brush. And you'll notice the brush even looks wetter. And you feel that weight, it's a bit heavier. More liquid in the brush means you're going to get a larger bead. Press for 3 seconds into the Perfect Color Pure White Opaque powder. And hold it 3 seconds facing up towards you, and you'll notice that it has that orange peel texture. There is another test you can use to check to see if you have the right mix ratio. With all of your beads that look correct, whether it be frosted glass or orange peel depending on the color of the powder, you want to gently place them on a non-absorbent surface like a tip. I'm using Perfect Color Intense Pink powder, frosted glass. Place, don't press, onto a non-absorbent surface like a tip, or you can use wax paper, and you watch it rest for about 3 seconds, or dome, about 25%. This bead that you place and watch rest is a bead you can work with. It's creamy and moldable. That's your feel. You get about up to 3 minutes sculpting time. Let's take a look at what that looks like with Perfect Color Pure White Opaque. Orange peel texture. Place, do not press. You'll notice it looks a little bit bumpier. It's a little stiffer. It's because of the pigment that's in the powder. Both give you great creamy workability for up to a 3-minute sculpting time. Now, if you're doing this test and the bead flattens out like a pancake, it's too wet. You can almost see the liquid around the base of that bead. It's losing its shape, almost flattening out and getting translucent in color. That would be too wet. That's a bead you could have dipped back into the powder to grab just a little bit more to absorb and get the frosted glass effect. And of course, if you place your bead and you have too much powder, if it's still visible, especially around the base of the bead, not only are you going to have a hard time getting it off your brush and maybe getting product stuck in your brush, but that's really going to be unusable. It's really going to be stiff, difficult to work with, and it's even got the wrong coloration. Perfect examples of being too wet and too dry. Be sure you practice. Practice pressing your brush on your dapping dish to flatten. Practice the hard press, which is on the belly, and also practice the soft press on the flags. Practice soft wipes between your sculpting beads, and also hard wipes when you finish sculpting or if you need to do detail work with the flags of your brush. Enjoy practicing all these techniques to make your life easier with CND liquid and powder systems, and watch your skills improve. You'll have more fun creating durable, natural-looking, long-lasting enhancements that your clients will die for, so you can charge what you're worth. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.